Morgan Geyser, the primary attacker back in the 2014 Slender Man stabbing. She was briefly on the run this weekend after she cut off her ankle monitoring bracelet and disappeared from a group home where she had been living. Now, as a reminder for those who aren't familiar with this case, it's haunting and so disturbing. But back in 2014, Morgan and her friend Anissa lured their friend and classmate Peyton into the woods. Once they had Peyton in the woods, and by the way, they were all 12 years old at the time, just 12. Once they had Peyton in the woods, Morgan stabbed her 19 times while Anissa was egging her on. Luckily, Peyton survived this attack and she was able to crawl out of the woods and get to safety, although she had to spend a lot of time in the hospital recovering. But once Morgan and Anissa were apprehended, their explanation to the investigators was that this attack was all in an effort to appease Slender Man, the fictional horror character that they were apparently convinced was real. So at the trial, she was sentenced to 40 years in a psychiatric facility. Then her team started appealing everything, saying that she should be released. The judge agreed to this. So earlier this year, Morgan was released from the psychiatric care facility, and she was placed in a supervised group home. However, on Saturday, November 22nd, she reportedly just walked out of this home in Wisconsin and removed her ankle monitoring bracelet and took off with a 42-year-old friend, which Morgan at this point is 22 years old. Then the police responded to reports of two people who were sleeping on a sidewalk behind a truck stop, this being Morgan and her friend. Initially, apparently Morgan refused to give her name and told them, "I've done something really bad, you can Google me and figure out who I am," and was not cooperating. The 42-year-old friend also was not cooperating and later was arrested on obstruction charges. But once Morgan revealed her identity, the police confirmed that she was the missing escapee and they took her into custody.